This is the vow. To me, you are my love in human form. You are all poetry, beauty, awe, and joy.
You are
in my every
love in
experience,
human
there
form.
you are.
You are all poetry, most of the time. Awe and joy. In my every experience, there you are. You hold my senses and self in me. In practical life, I will always.
In practical life, I'll always hold out my best for you against any and all adversity. I will fill
each moment with this promise, remembering someday one of these moments will be our last.
One of these moments will be our last. This made me cry in our wedding.
And only my very best can surely honor our time together. I love you with all that I know to be me, and this love will serve as my guide for the rest of the time.
When Sarah and Nippy were married in 2013 at the Shangri-La Hotel in Vancouver, Keith Raniere wrote their vows.
I vow to the end of human possibility to never forget or forsake this love.
He wasn't there in person, but 60 of his followers were, including Nancy Salzman and her daughter Lauren. Lauren officiated the wedding.
I choose you, Sarah, to be my wife.
I choose you, Sarah, to be my wife.
To love together and laugh together.
In working on the story, I've come to appreciate just how much Sarah's entire life was shaped by this group. Most of her friends were in NXIVM. It occupied almost all her waking hours. It was the lens through which she filtered everything, even her wedding.
It was definitely a very NXIVM-centered wedding. My poor family having to sit through the shenanigans. Alice and Max sang at my wedding, sang U2.
From this day onward, I choose you, Nippy. I choose you, Nippy.
Lauren was there as the officiant, and she wrote a really beautiful speech that had, Nippy cried. I cry all the time, but to see him cry, that was like a single tear, of course, with one single tear. It was a beautiful ceremony.
It was meaningful for them to have Lauren officiate. She was one of Sarah's closest friends, and later named godmother to Nippy and Sarah's son. This was years before Lauren would become master, and Sarah, her slave.
Oh my God, the best was when the dancing started, like after the ceremony and after dinner, the dancing started when there was a great DJ on the dance floor, and it was September, so 3 weeks earlier we had all been at V-Week, and we had done this dance in dance class that was sort of like a flash mob style, like it's just really upbeat and positive. And
Sarah shows me this video from her wedding of the flash mob. She was surrounded by her NXIVM sisters.
Like fists in the air.
Their arms outstretched, eyes to the heavens, huge smiles, and self-possessed.
We were just so happy, and it was so fun to like bust out into this song and everyone was watching, and we did a flash mob at my wedding. That was a moment.
The wedding, these dancers, the vows, the way NXIVM was so deeply integrated into Sarah's life. It reminds me of a term my friend Jamie told me about.
Ontological security.
Wait, say it again?
Ontological security.
What does that mean?
Oh, geez. You want me to define it now?
Yes.
It's a cognitive need that humans have to feel secure in their identity and stable in their identity. They need to know who they are and what they are.
Ontological security. It's a profound feeling of stability and meaning that comes from believing the world is predictable and ordered and you know your place in it. That's what NXIVM offered Sarah. It was the very fabric of her identity.
What's the opposite of ontological security?
Ontological insecurity, which is a feeling of great chaos and uncertainty. It's where you don't know what your identity is. It's when you don't know what meaning is. Meaning is lost, and that gives you a feeling of great insecurity.
Ontological insecurity. It's the nauseating and disorienting feeling of having your foundation torn out from under you. I'm trying to imagine how that would feel. Maybe like discovering that gravity is a hoax. That's the feeling consuming Sarah as she's about to leave everything she's known for over a decade.